Question. Do you like to throw caution to the wind or do you prefer to err on the side of caution? I know my answer. Let's talk about it. Back in a minute. Hey, good morning. Good morning. This is Jan from New York City. My channel name is Jan from New York City. Saves money, and I love, love, love helping people to keep some more of their own hard earned money. How's everybody doing today? Yesterday, and of course, the last few days, because I'm recording this literally on Tuesday night for Wednesday morning show, I actually was going to air another show, and it's about making like a low-cal version of beans. So what I will do with that will air, but later on today. I just felt that this message has a little more significance at the moment. However, even if you listen to this message on a bright, beautiful 85-degree day, wherever you are, that would be wonderful. But in many, many areas of this country, in the United States, where this comes from, let me tell you something. We are very far removed from an 85-degree day. Okay. Even I understand, even like Florida is still, experiencing some cooler weather. But in some areas, the weather is extreme. Why am I bringing all this up? Number one, of course, I want everybody to remain safe, remain warm. And what's compounded is that this is like the week before Christmas. So if you're listening to this in July, understand like the magnitude of why I have like such a tremendous urgency, to give this message of safety. Okay. I'd written a community tab message that listed yesterday or posted yesterday your time, but today my time, since I'm recording this on Tuesday night. And it made me wonder about something. And to this minute, I am baffled by this. This baffles me. And this is in reference to stockpiling. Even if a person has at least, at the very, very, absolutely very least, a 2-week stockpile, why don't we choose to err on the side of caution? This is not about being afraid. This is about being prepared. To be prepared. Be prepared. So it really works to start out small, slow and steady wins the race every single time. Let's say a person decided to start stockpiling for the first time 3 months ago, and they bought a couple of cans every single week or every single grocery haul. You got yourself probably by now, at the very least, a 2-week supply. This is what I don't understand. When people seem to think, nothing could ever happen. Oh, no changes. Like a few friends were tapping me on the shoulder saying last week they kept hearing about this negative weather forecast that's going to happen to, a great deal of the country. In some areas, blizzard conditions, extreme winds, this can knock out power. Some people think that it has to be like this huge, huge event. No, a common weather change can make all the difference in the world. Who remembers a power outage back, I believe it was 2002. It emulated from Ohio, but it affected even me. The original cause of the problem, I don't know, something to do with some, I don't know, some telephone line or some line, some animal, I don't know, chewed it up. I don't remember the story specifically, but the actual problem came from Ohio, and it affected people, and they lost power. Some people lost power for about a day. Some people lost power for about 10 hours. Some people in New York lost power for quite a while as a result of that. We just never, ever know. That's why when times are quiet, I can't emphasize this enough. Now, let's say, because, all of us well, not all of us, but many of us had been caught up with preparing for the holidays, which is totally understandable. People are not thinking stockpile, stockpile, stockpile. This weather may actually change some people's plans for visits. canceling flights, delays, you name it, it's there. So again, the question begs, why do we think, hello, bird clock? Yep, yep, wouldn't be a video without one lately. But even the bird says you got to err on the side of caution. And that's just the question that I have in my mind's eye. Why do we dismiss it? Do we think nothing bad could ever happen? I mean, that's just a silly, silly thinking. Or do we feel like it's such a waste? Why get ready? You get ready because maybe something might happen. So I just rather err on the side of caution. So there are a few common sense approaches. Number one, stick to your local weather forecast. What may be applicable to you may not be applicable to me. Things vary so much. Um, Make sure that your batteries, you have lots and lots of batteries. Make sure that all the devices are charged in advance, or you have those like ports of which you can charge it, and then you could keep it handy dandy for your devices to plug into in the event of a power outage. And I can't think of a better channel to check into besides Living on a Dime to Grow Rich, as well as the Prepper Princess channel, and of course At Home with Lynn Wilson for as many really specific stockpiling approaches and all this and all that. Of course, Rhoda Stone, hello, Rhoda Stone. This is why we're here, to give important messages. And it just came to my mind and says, I have to reach out to you guys. And it's no joke. Has anybody out there ever been out in extreme cold? Let me know in the comment section below. Some areas it's being predicted that the weather with the wind chill factor may go well below zero. That is not a healthy thing to do. This is why, like personally, I'm encouraging anyone who is familiar with or can outreach to a senior citizen or physically challenged person, give them a wellness call, make sure they're okay, and see what you could do to help if there's anything that you could do to help. That's really, really important because not everybody has access to things. We take a lot of things for granted, but there are things that we can fix. Now, some people say, well, I can't do this and I can't do that. I'm not talking about disabled or challenged physically people. I'm talking about people that can prepare well in advance and do not take advantage of the ability to do that. Deliberately saying, nothing could ever happen. I do have a problem with that. And then something goes wrong. And then guess what? They want to knock on the person who took the time, who did their due diligence, who stocked up, who sacrificed, who may, went to 5 different stores to get the best prices of something to put it away for someday. That person might have the legal in their mind's right mind to say, I don't want to do this. I don't want to give this away. I want to take care of my family first. In a way, it's like totally understandable because that person and those people looked ahead. I'm not just sitting here just, blabbering. I've known this from experience too. I've seen it. I've seen people who blatantly said, throw caution to the wind. Everything is throw caution to the wind. And then when there's a problem, they're the first ones knocking at the door to the person that did a lot of sacrificing and a lot of planning for real and for true. So if that's ever been your experience, let me know that in the comment section below. It could be a little bit frustrating. It really could. So listen, I know now we're at the 11th hour for so many things. 11th hour for the holiday preparation, 11th hour for question mark change of plans, possibly for a lot of people traveling to go home for Christmas. This is really like, this was not the week that this should happen, in my opinion. Not that it should happen at any time, but especially, with all the travel plans up in the air for everybody. I just want to wish everyone well and just argue the case again as to why do we wait and wait and wait. Some of us do that. All of us have done that. Many times we procrastinate, but truly, you don't need to have like a catastrophic thing to happen before being ready. All right. Well, hopefully everyone remains safe. I mean, if you don't have to get on those roads, don't do it. You know what they did once in New York? There was a severe blizzard. And one year, the subway literally got very, very stuck. It was on Christmas, I think, about 10 or 15 years ago. and subway cars got stuck on top of on an outside railway type thing, but it was a subway that also went outside. It was not just underground; it also ended up outside, and it was like stuck there for like forever, and people were on it. I mean, that was unthinkable. So what they did from henceforth, when they knew the weather, the governor and all that and the mayor, they decided that those trains, can't run. They literally would start shutting down subways whenever there's severe weather. What that means is for once in a while they planned ahead on this, and actually it prevented a lot of people in the future when such weather would occur. This is the same thing holding true. A little bit of planning could go far. The 11th hour is not always the greatest hour. So, for those who did prepare, congratulations. For those who are in the middle of starting to prepare, congratulations. And for those who didn't think at all about preparing, but you're moving in that direction, congratulations. It's never, ever, ever too late to prepare. All right. So, I hope everybody's doing well. Don't forget to check out all the people I mentioned earlier and their channels for specific information when it comes to stockpiling. They created so many really wonderful videos. Go check them out. Have an amazing and safe day. Take good care now. Bye-bye.